Good Friday morning, Facebook.
Happy Friday morning, Facebook. It's the Todd and Blake Show. I'm Todd Hull with Jason Will Real Estate.
I'm Blake Ray with Jason Will Real Estate. You didn't
This
throw
is-
that to me too well. I waited and I was like, wait, is he going in order? Is he
This
coming
is
here?
episode 28. You should have this routine down by now.
I should.
Episode
That's a fair... Look at this
28
hairline.
times. This is our friend Hunter Harrelson with Beach Ball Properties.
Beach Ball Properties.
And we wanted to talk to you a little bit today. So rumor has it condos can be real money makers.
They can be.
Word on the street.
They
The
can
word
be.
on the street.
Word on the street.
Word on the
underground.
street. They're making some money.
Condos right now are really raking home some cash.
Well, if it's any consolation prize to that, I used to be a financial advisor with a bank, and I left the banking industry to get into real estate. So
There you go.
must be
There
something
you go.
to it.
There you go. Well, I guess tell us a little about your properties and what kind of where's your focus?
Right. So Beach Ball Properties is a full-service vacation rental and property management company. Our focus is on the Fort Morgan, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach area, condos, duplexes, houses, anything that'll rent on the beach that people are coming from anywhere from Indiana to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, coming over here to us. They want to rent. They want to have a great time on our beautiful island. I'm here to rent it for them.
Awesome. Well, what if you got any questions,
Well, I'm just
you
figuring
can
out
cut
how
me
I'm
off.
supposed to, like, I'm looking in the screen at you and I'm like, should I?
Yes, that would be
Yeah.
a little less awkward. I was wondering.
I didn't know what to do, and I'm looking at myself and I just
We're
like,
having
Like
a hard
Ricky
time
Bobby.
getting all of Blake's hair in this picture without cutting that off.
I wear a nice suit today.
Nice
and,
suit.
And it's just wasted.
Yeah.
We actually had some bad weather today.
I wore a nice suit polo
Nobody wears
today.
that ever.
So my next
Go on.
question to you is, there's a lot of competition out there for what you're doing
Right.
in this area. What is the reason that someone with a condo should hire you versus some of the bigger
big chains.
Right.
the bigger chains in the industry?
I would say the biggest...
because you are independent. We talked about this. You're a lot like with Jason Will Real Estate. We are not the big red balloon. We are not, like. I didn't name anything. But Jason
Crank
Will
up
Real
the heat.
Estate, we focus on bringing a level of service that may get lost with a bigger company.
Right.
Is that along the same lines as Beach Ball?
Yeah, so the thing with Beach Ball is we're more of a boutique style firm. We take care of the customer on an individual basis. It's not a one size fits all. A different customer may have different aspirations for their place. We've got some people that they're their own snowbirds. They stay there all winter. We rent it out during the summer. They're happy with that. I've got other owners that they never even come to the beach. This is strictly an investment, and we rent it the entire time. Can do it either way. Then we've got some people that use this place a couple times a year. They use it almost like it's their own little personal timeshare. They come down, they enjoy it, and they make money off of it the rest of the time. But I'm flexible, and I would say probably our pricing is one of the other better things. I found a way to really dig deep and tighten the belt loop and let technology really run a lot of these things, that I don't have to have a big staff, and I can get the pricing down. And if my pricing's down, I pass that on to the customers.
And you didn't have to sacrifice value.
That's right.
Which I think
That's right.
is honestly, at the end of the day, the most important thing, especially with a smaller boutique. Just like we always tell people, is the values there.
Mm-hmm.
If the value's there and you can find a way, it's a no-brainer as long as it's
When I first met you and your wife, you were speaking at a lunch and learn, and one of the things that stuck out to me was you said,
those shoes.
Sometimes
These?
He's got like 42 pairs of these. Look at that. Jason Will just bought a pair of those probably. He's probably somewhere finding a pair of JWRE sneakers.
I told him to.
I think he did. I'm just going to throw that out there.
well, you got a personalized tattoo,
Yeah.
JWRE tattoo right along the lower back.
I like how you explained where it was and didn't call it a tramp stamp. That's very PC.
Well, that's it's the male version right along the lower back.
Right. No, I do.
All right. So one thing that stuck out to me is you were talking about during storms. You said you've had to go and help get their patio furniture back inside
Right.
the home
Right.
on properties that you're managing.
Right. So-
to me, that's a different level of
And-
service
and
than what other people are going to get.
And that's something we tie in. We notice a lot of our competitors have a specific charge for that. Well, my thing is I've tried to understand how my competitors can charge for something and then charge additional for something.
That's right.
You know,
Right.
where I'm trying to figure out what's that property management fee covering, and I feel like I am disrupting things down here a little
Yeah.
bit. It's a wonder there's not a hit out on me, you know,
Yeah,
for some of the
man.
things I'm doing.
If
Those that
I'm
are
starting to get
disruptive.
nervous now being in here.
The disruptors are the ones, though, that are really changing the expectations of customer service in every
Right.
industry. If you look at any industry out there, those that are disrupting the market are the ones who are thinking of different ways to bring service that nobody else is willing to do.
That's right.
Service and value. That is where it's
Shameless plug, but that's kind of what me and Blake try to do when we list properties.
when we
Okay,
hold 12
back
foot
to
snakes,
beach ball
and
property.
we let me get attacked by a dog.
Yeah,
There's service and value.
this is a lot different kind of show than that.
Yeah. Wait until that dog. Cue the
Okay.
dog. Back in.
Back to what we're talking about. All right.
That's how he talks to me off camera.
Yeah.
So I think one thing too, that when I briefly talked to Hunter about coming on the show and we wanted to touch base on was, is there a right time? Like you see everybody, you're calling people, they want to sell, they want to buy, but yet they constantly have excuses. Oh, it's off season. And I guess my first question is what is quote unquote the busy season?
The busy season. I mean, as far as the busy season goes for me, as far as renters, Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's when we're making our hay down here. But as far as a buyer, the best time of year for us for buyers is right after that Labor Day. That's right after that crazy season. A lot of times the sellers have made their money, they've made their hay as we just discussed. Now they're ready to get it on the market and go ahead and get it sold so they can move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But the reason I really like it for the buyers is it gives you time to get in there, get acclimated. We're going to make a couple of bookings in October. We're possibly going to make a November
Shrimp
booking
Fest.
around Shrimp Fest. We're
Hangout
going to,
Fest.
Hangout Fest
Well,
is
that's
coming up
actually
later.
amazing, yeah.
But that's going to give you a little bit easier time to ease into this transition and learn beach ball and learn the beach ball way, or shoot, if it's somebody else, learn their way. It gives you time to change up paint, change up decor, update bedding, all those different things. We want to try to get you to help you maximize your profit on a condo.
Because those things are important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we always talk about it and we're like, well, you can, you made an example of one that has, like Formica versus granite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to see a little bit of a return. Now, depending on your building, there's a lot of intangibles, and I understand that. But I pulled a couple of stats just off Gulf Shores and Orange Beach last year versus this year. Last year we had 1,603 condos sold, which that's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
condos.
moving.
It's a lot of
and-
moving around.
And not that every single one rents it, but I'd say there's definitely a healthy amount. I mean, you told me you have when he told me how many check-ins he had today,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
literally I was like, look, you don't gotta lie to me. And he was like, no, I do have this window open, but I have a ton coming in. I thought,
Right.
what's the date today? Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
But
Oh, yeah.
So does the rentals not start in spring break? You
So-
said Memorial Day, but they don't start soon.
So they do start in spring break, but you've got some owners that don't want to rent to spring breakers. They've heard the horror
Yeah.
stories. I've heard the horror stories that sometimes that you could have
And there
renters.
are some horror stories out there.
They cause so
Not
much
me.
damage
Never
that
done
their
that.
profit they made on spring break. Now, something beach ball does to counteract that is we're still old school. Everybody still comes and gets their door codes and their keys
Yeah.
and their parking passes here at our office. They check in with us. So on check-in days, we're here. We give the whole dog and pony show and tell them,
Right.
is this your first time, your second time, where you're going to eat? And people really enjoy that. We've also found that if they come and meet us, the chance of them going and destroying anything in our condo
right, if they know
diminishes.
that they got to
because-
come back and face
yeah,
it.
because there's a face to a name there.
Yeah.
And then we do a 25 age minimum, just like if you're renting a car.
Right.
We do that, and we have them send in an ID ahead of
Probably cuts
time.
out a lot of college
So
partiers.
it cuts out a lot of that.
Well,
So-
when I was 25, I quit chugging natty ice and wearing beer helmets.
But it gives our owners a little bit more comfort that
Yeah.
they know that we're really taking care of their place and we're trying to do the best vetting job we can. And I mean, we hold a credit card on file just like a hotel would, and that way they know, hey, if I tear something up, I'm on the hook for it. He's got my card, and my wife's an attorney, so if we need to send a letter that says, hey, you tore this place up, you owe the money, you get those things in there. So,
that's a no.
Yeah,
that's why I take Todd's credit card and put it on all those hotel rooms that we destroyed.
True story.
Yeah. So, just to reiterate on the last year versus this year whole dynamic, we were listed in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach on average at 370, and they were closing at 358. Now, that's not a...
That's the average sales price.
Average sales price, a lot of different intangibles, 162 days on market.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you compare that to this year, we're already at 1,019 properties sold. Now, slightly less probably when you project, because that was kind of the point of where we were going with this. It is not the time to slow down. September, October, November. You're hearing it from not me, not Todd, but somebody that has skin in the game and is telling you, this is a good time to buy. Mm-hmm. You get a feel for the condo. You get a feel for, does it need paint? You don't want to realize these things when you're turning down spring breaker, or maybe not spring breakers, when you're turning down rentals to go, well, we have to put a coat of Sherwin-Williams on it, or we have to tear off and put new furniture in it.
Let me ask a question. What does the average client get different, rather than them managing the property VRBO by themselves versus handing it to somebody to you? Because they think, I'm going to save 25% or something like that. Which you said yours is more at 18%.
I'm at 18%. So I charge 18% of base rent. So what I always explain to everybody.
Do they make that money up by having somebody manage it in the long run?
Yes, absolutely. Prime example, I was talking to somebody the other day that had mentioned to me, actually, it was you earlier today we were talking about it. I'm sorry. Managing on their own, they're doing around $33,000. We have a comparable right down the road that doesn't have the bells and whistles that I believe this one has, that I've got $43,000 on the book. So that's a 25% higher return on gross rentals by renting with me.
Hands-free.
Hands-free.
You don't have to make sure the cleaning lady got in there. You don't have to make sure that...
you got to run down or drive down and put that furniture away.
And that's because you're hiring a professional that we are constantly scouring the market to see what the prices are. We're putting out Facebook posts about last-minute deals or last-minute cancellations. If you're working at your accounting job in Memphis, Tennessee, it's kind of hard for you to do your accounting for your clients and go try to figure out what's going on with your condo down there and why it's not renting. Or here's another prime example. This is a good story. I love stories. This past Sunday, we had a guy call us. His key door wasn't working. He couldn't lock it. He didn't want to leave his stuff in the room without it being done. Well, I ran down there. Here I am, Hunter, the owner of the company, runs down there, assesses the situation, figured out it was just dying batteries, put new batteries in, boom, the lock works. Now, if you're in Memphis...
You're driving.
Are you going to drive? Or are you going to tell your customer, well, you need to run over to the store and get batteries for that? I mean, is that a good experience for them? This guy's already going to rent from us again because he knew that I took my time out of my day to come down there and fix those batteries
and it was quick.
Well,
Hunter, it's kind of like when a for sale by owner thinks that they can save the money in commissions when they go to sell their property versus, because on average, hiring a real estate agent is going to get 9% more for their property than going for sale by owner. The commission's only 6%. So you're still in the positive.
Yeah.
It's short-sighted thinking.
Yeah.
Shout out to Angie. Angie's on.
Okay.
Well, you got to give him a shout out. I don't know. I don't make the Facebook rules.
Hey, Angie. All right. Back to what we're talking about. Well, Blake, I guess your questions, you're drawing pictures over there.
I was drawing beach balls.
There you go.
I guess your questions are out. Hunter, we know that you've got like 1,976 check-ins today. So we're just going to drop that number there. Yeah. I stole that off your paper. So we're going to let you go. We appreciate your time. And if you have a condo and you really want to make a great return, I personally only recommend beach ball properties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate
I've got
it.
some people that I'm selling residential properties. They also manage properties at different places down here at the beach. I told them, I said, I don't know who's managing it for you, but you need to switch. So I highly recommend going with Hunter and his company here, Beach Ball Properties, and you'll be in the best hands here at the beach.
And how can they get a hold of you, Hunter?
You can give us a call at our local number, 251-968-8896. Check out our website, beachballproperties.com, or send us an email at info@beachballproperties.com. And as always, come have a ball at the beach.
There we go.
Look at that. That was like professional. We need to get like.
You think
some-
I've done that a few times?
You were waiting for that. Like, it was itchy. Like, we need something like that. I was doing this thing for a while. It kind of phased out.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Friday.
Yeah. I'm Todd Holt with Jason Will Real Estate, 251-269-2640.
And I'm Blake Ray. You can get in touch with me at 251-213-4658. I almost forgot my own move.
Yeah, there we go. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Stay safe.